If you've been feeling the call to write a book, it is no accident. Your book is needed in the world, so let's make it happen. I'm Nicola Humber, and this is the Unbound Writers Club. Well, this is exciting. Welcome to the Unbound Writers Club. Whether you are new or a returning listener, I am delighted you are here. The Unbound Writers Club, this podcast, has been going for quite some time, since May 2020. And earlier this year, we decided to take a break and just reset the energy a little bit, give it a refresh. And I think it's really important that we do that with our creations, whether it is like an offer that we have, a blog, a podcast, that we take time to really tune into actually what is my intention here. And of course, that's important with your book as well. And what we wanted to do with the podcast is to really think about, I wanted to think about, what do I want you to experience as you are listening and after listening to the podcast? And what came through for me and what feels most important right now is for you to actually be getting into momentum with your book and freaking writing it. Because as I say in the introduction, your book is needed. So let's do everything we can to actually get you to a point where your book is able to make its way into the world. I love creating, sharing, and listening, watching, reading content. It can be educational, it can be inspiring, it can be activating, all the things. I personally have created a ton of content over the time that I've been doing this kind of work, including my books, but outside of that as well. I know what a difference it can make. And I know what a difference, the first iteration of this podcast has made to so many authors in the Unbound community. But the most important thing that you can be doing on your book writing journey is to actually write. We have different containers of support at the Unbound Press to help you birth your book, programs, memberships. And of course, part of that is content. So when somebody joins, it's absolutely, you want to move through the different trainings that we have, the different resources that we have. But the very first thing that you want to be doing when you say, yes, I am doing this, I'm writing my book, is to actually come to the page and write. If you're listening to this, you're a writer, you are an author. So how you show that to yourself, how you remind yourself that that is true, how you step most fully into that identity is to actually come to the page and write. And when I say come to the page, of course, you don't need to be handwriting, you can type, you can speak your words, whatever works for you. But I want to make sure that you are making progress with your book. So what we are going to be doing on the podcast is making these episodes. And as I say this, I'm kind of laughing a little bit because the intention is for the episodes to be relatively short. So these first few episodes of the reset will be kind of 5 to 10 minutes. And then, each week, if it's a solo episode, around 10 minutes. If obviously I'm speaking with another Unbound author, it may be a little bit longer, but we want to keep them short and sweet. And the invitation is always going to be for you after you've listened to make time for your writing. So each episode will have one clear takeaway to support your book writing journey. Once you've listened, I am always going to be inviting you to okay, well, when are you making time for your writing today? You can either do it straight after the episode or maybe later on in the day, but let's get your book written. So I'm really, really excited to see what a difference this can make when we just get really, really focused on your intention of birthing your book into the world. So let's do this.